Today's headlines: WikiLeaks just a prank, and Facebook's weak attempt at bettering the world.
Hello, and welcome back to the news with Francis the Duck. Now, the main point about these diplomatic cable leaks I cannot figure out is whether or not they were intended to be anything more than a foolish prank. I mean, consider the facts. It was all about rule breaking. It served no useful purpose to anyone, but it could have had some serious damage. Just like when those children at Mason High School killed all of the birds. When you come right down to it, it was a lot like stealing somebody's diary and reading it aloud. Oh man, Scotty has such intense cooties. But you still sleep with Scotty after prom night, now don't you? Don't any of these people watch TV and figure out just how this thing always ends? And speaking of free time, I think this whole episode was simply the result of someone with entirely too much of it. A schoolchild, mayhaps. Or possibly some unemployed security expert who had already turned in their 3 job applications for the week, necessary to continue receiving benefits. A person with a productive vocation can't possibly be at the bottom of this. Just another case of sad, idle hands being the devil's playground. If it were me, I'd probably invest some of that unemployment fund, or maybe the loan money I have from Mom and Dad, in a World of Warcraft account. If this person is really so skilled at getting through security clearances and doing things they simply aren't supposed to, I'd expect them to be finished with the game in no time. And that takes into account this is a game with no end. They'd manage to score all the gear for their epic sagas, and maybe even figure out some way to make a pretty elf girl naked. Naked elf girls. Now that is what I call productive mischief, sir. Not looking into an ambassador's thoughts on thin-skinned French presidents. I mean, seriously, are we really that surprised? And in other news, people all over the online networking site, Facebook, are changing their profile pictures to their favorite cartoon characters from their childhood. Furthermore, they're using peer pressure to get their friends to do the same. What is the purpose behind this strange movement? It's to stop child abuse, apparently. The status update reads, change your Facebook profile picture to a cartoon from your childhood. The goal? To not see a human face on Facebook till Monday, December 6th. Join the fight against child abuse, ... Copy, ampersand, paste to your stat to invite your friends to do the same. Now the question is, how exactly does an avatar of Tweety or Franklin or a Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle stop child abuse? To borrow a phrase, I don't know. To be perfectly honest, I think anyone who has a child abuse problem will be blissfully unaware of this animated effort to stop their gross abuses. Now, since child abuse is truly a nasty thing, and these misguided cartoon characters, and the silly people they now represent, do have a noble goal, we here at the Duck News have decided to offer some actually useful tips on preventing child abuse. Something you can do is become a foster parent. You cannot remove the hurt, damaged kiddies from bad homes if there's nowhere to take them to. That's always a shortage here, always a shortage of foster parents. You can step up and become one and make a difference. You can also donate money to local nonprofits that help kids and their parents. Whether it's a food kitchen that'll put food on the table and then remove some stress that can manifest itself in anger, that'll be a huge help. If you can subsidize somebody's anger management courses, that too will be a help. And you could speak up. If you see someone taking a swing at their child, by all means, stop them. By the same token, there is a difference between a kid who's been running into walls because they're playing race car driver and one that's being corrected with a golf club. You are smart enough to know the difference. Don't be silent. Now, I realize all of that involves time and money and courage and commitment and sustained effort, which I suppose is why everyone is simply stealing images of Pikachu and putting them on Facebook and calling it an effort to stop child abuse. Right then. And now a word from our god-awful sponsor, who I hope is getting a horrible return on advertising space. I mean, seriously, kids, what the fuck?
You just spent like
$100,000, man, to put in some koi ponds and calm down that stressful, like, crazy, jacked up industrial park you own, man? You spend a lot of money to make that place calm, man? Let me guess, man. Someone let the cat out of the bag, man. They put someone told those fucking ducks, man. There's some water over there at that park, man. This industrial park, man. There's some water, some koi ponds. There's like some plants you can eat, man. And all of a sudden, there's like these fucking ducks everywhere, man. They're like ruining your harmony, man. Your zen. That's not cool, man. That's why you need like Shank-a-Ducks, highly trained ex-cons, man, with their specially crafted shanks, man. They'll sneak in there when those ducks least expect it, man. They'll show up and, do their thing, man. Just like some fucked up medicine, man. You apply Shank-a-Duck and our skilled shankers, man. You wait like 4 to 8 hours, man. You ain't got no more duck problems, man. At least no duck problems the janitor can't figure out how to deal with, man.
To take advantage of these specially offered specialized services, please call 1-800-SHANK-A-DUCK for all your duck shanking needs. Again, that's 1-800-SHANK-A-DUCK for all your duck shanking needs.